What's up, people? Check out what I found in my new work location. I transferred jobs here recently, about a year ago. So if this is a one-man shop, I'll just show you the ceiling and stuff. That's about it. That's all I can show for now. But I took over from this guy that retired, and yeah, it was pretty old. He's up there, you know, time to hang it up. So I took his position when he retired and stuff. And while I was cleaning the shop, it was all really, you know, a whole bunch of old stuff, and not cool old stuff either. I mean, it was all junk just about, except for a handful of items. Some cool stuff that I did find was these old radios, VHF radios from back in the early 80s, maybe late 70s, I don't know. I'll probably do a video on these sometime soon, later on. But in the meantime, I found this couple of pairs of skis right here in this corner here, and they were just collecting dust. So in this area, we have a lot of repeater sites and radio sites that are high elevation. I'm talking about 9,000–10,000 feet of elevation above sea level. And during the winter months, they're packed with snow. We actually need a snowcat to access these areas if something goes wrong. And I have maybe 2 or 3 mountaintops that are like that, and the nearby supporting area also has quite a few over on that side. So whenever we take a snowcat out, I haven't yet, but if we do, we need at least 2 qualified persons to run that snowcat for safety reasons. So with that, they also put us through a class, snow survival, winter survival class, and this is my winter survival bag here of things I need to, you know, make a night or two. It's not extensive to last about 10 days or nothing like that recreationally, but this is just, you know, 2 or 3 overnighters, at least my kit is. And I need to take this out to test it out too, so that'll be probably in March or something like that, who knows. But there was these skis here, and I was wondering, why the hell does he have skis here? It's not practical for the job. And I looked up the manufacturer. It's Trak, no wax, Bushmaster model, or Bushwhacker model rather. And doing some research on the internet, I come to find out that these are sort of cross-country skis. And back in the 70s or so, when these first came out, this particular manufacturer that doesn't exist anymore, this was like a cross between a snowshoe and skis. So you could do backcountry sort of, you know, trekking in deep snow with the ease of skis, but with the flotation of snowshoes. And I was totally intrigued. So in a lot of cross-country ski forums on the internet, I come to find out that this particular ski was heralded, you know, by a lot of, you know, cross-country skiers back in the day that went off trail and things like that. And every time somebody starts to talk about, you know, current skis and skis of the past and everything, they always bring back and mentioned, you know, people regretting either getting rid of their Trak Bushwhackers or selling their Bushwhackers out there. And it's always been held in high esteem from back in the day, I guess. This particular version, I think it's a second generation, because the first generation in the 70s didn't have metal edging on the bottom of the skis. And if you could tell, they're waxless skis because they have like these fish scales that's unidirectional. So if you could go sled forwards or ski forwards, but these scales are in such a way that they prevent you from, you know, going back, like if you're climbing a hill. So you could somewhat within reason climb mild hills with this, giving this some sort of you know, a true cross-country skiing type of experience, other than, you know, snowshoes, which I have to admit I hate. I tried it. We're not. I think it's part of our safety equipment to have snowshoes, but it's really labor intensive. You're just burning up calories just walking. So I nearly almost was going to get rid of these bushwhackers and just toss them in the garbage and stuff, but come to find out, these are highly esteemed from back in the day, I guess. The current skis they have these days are much like this, and if not wider, with better technology, but this has been somewhat of a gold standard back in the day, in the 70s or 80s, from what I read. They come with these really funky bindings here that you could, it's a universal binding to where you could put whatever boot that you want in here. So that's the same binding as this here on the table here. And I got a pair of Mickey boots that I got too for, you know, winter survival and stuff. And they fit kind of like that way. Kind of reminds me of the old style roller skates of the 50s, those metal roller skates. So what I did on this pair of skis here is I upgraded the bindings to universal bindings, and these are from like cross country skis. So it's called X-Trade, or X-Trace rather, sorry, and they're totally adjustable. With these little bars here, you could lengthen or shorten the length of the foot, and then with these ratchet straps there, you could totally strap in your boot to the binding, whatever boot you're wearing. And I seen a video where somebody actually wore sandals with this as a joke, and they were able to ski down and do whatever. So they just ratchet down, and with some modifications with these adjustments here, I got them all the way to its maximum. They fit perfectly in the size 10 USGI Mickey boot. Haven't tried these out yet. This is kind of like a first impression thing. So here's a video of somebody actually talking about it on YouTube. So I put a little clip here to let you know what I'm talking about here.
Here's another nifty thing. Old Bushwhacker skis. They sink about as far as the new snowshoes do, but they also can glide if you're anywhere near a hill or a trail. I think they probably make modern styles of these. These are 20 years old. They work great.
So I was thinking maybe this could be a replacement for my snowshoes here. So I got a pair of MSR Lightning Ascent snowshoes. These are the 30-inch model here, and really aggressive crampons and everything. I mean, you could totally climb anything with these and everything, but it's not fun to use. I really dislike using them going out into deep snow, just because you're working, you are expending hell of a lot of calories just going from point A to point B. And of course, winter camping, or you're hauling more equipment, so this bag here looks like it's, you know, loaded down with stuff, and it is, but it's mostly insulation gear. It doesn't really weigh that much, really, the way it is. I would say maybe 35 pounds, but most of the stuff in there I'll be wearing. It's got all my, you know, insulation gear and everything, and maybe 3 days worth of food and shelter and stuff like that. So, and with these snowcat trips, we were going to, you know, use this to you know, trek the snow if we needed to. But doing it recreationally, I learned to hate it. It's really not fun for me. So I thought finding these skis here and finding out what they were all about, this might be a viable, replacement for it. Not only did I find these skis here, but I also found a set of poles here, ski poles here. They look pretty old too, but they're really lightweight. So I got everything I did here. All I did was maybe just upgrade the bindings and clean up the skis themselves. The bottom of it looked like he was skiing over concrete, really, or asphalt. I mean, it was really marred up and everything. And I looked up how to wax skis, just this part to here and in the bottom where it's not textured. And, just gave it a little refurbishment there to bring it back to life. And I'm just waiting for snow to fall to try these out. I did ski maybe a couple of decades ago, but it was mostly plowing the hill with my face. But I'll get back to it and learn how to ski. So with this, something else came up, and I was even more jazzed about that. Kind of like an update to this particular concept of snow skis, or shoe skis rather. A hybrid between snowshoes and a ski. So then on the internet I came across these skis called Altais skis. And here's what it looks like. Altais skis, and this is the model Hoks, 125 centimeters long, and you can see that it's quite a bit shorter than the Bushwhackers here. And in the bottom, instead of having a waxless surface there with a pattern like this here, a unidirectional pattern, this thing has sort of like a fur. It kind of looks like carpet to me, but the fur here, the synthetic fur, is unidirectional. So if it's designed to go forwards for a forward glide, but if you start to climb a hill and everything, the hairs will kind of stand on end when you apply pressure on the opposite direction, giving you sort of like a break in the snow. Sort of like Survival Russia's hunting skis. That's the same concept, but totally modernized, I guess. And I haven't tried these out yet. Looking for some snow out here to kind of give them a try, but this is what I got to sort of bridge the gap between the old style cross-country Bushwhackers here, which I feel is still viable, and there it is compared to a normal snowshoe. And I'll put the other one as an example, a side by side. So that's what that looks like there. And give those a shot. This is going to be my primary, safety device when I go out, out in the snow and stuff, and also for fun, for sure. And I bought this with my own money. This was found in the shop here, so it's sort of a freebie. And this I bought with my own money as well, the snowshoes itself. I'm actually have to box this up because I already sold it. So I've been in trails where the steepness of it, if you're walking downhill, the steepness of it, it's going to get me in trouble, because one side of the trail could be a cliff with a sheer drop of 500 feet or more, where you're definitely going to get killed. And with these snowshoes here, it's great because even on the downhill and everything, these aggressive tracks, all of this stuff here is all teeth, as you can see here. Some more teeth there, and then some crampons, and it's going to grab some snow. You're not going to slide off the hill unless it's really icy, and I probably won't be in that environment anyway, or I'll avoid it altogether. But what if I'm going downhill with a less sort of moderate pitch going downhill? Being this is unidirectional, I'm going to start sliding, and next thing you know, I'm careening over the snow off the hill. and these don't have teeth or crampons or anything like that. But for skis, they say it looked like they have crampons that you could, you know, modify and put on these. We'll have like these downward spikes on the side there, placed on these skis. But they didn't have a particular style or model that would fit these at all. But I did come across another site that had something similar, probably lightweight. So a solution to that was this company called Skeets. There it is right there. And what these are these sort of spikes that you could actually mount on the bottom of your ski shoe, or any skis really, and this will act as crampons. You only need one pair, just one for each one, the left and the right. So I brought two models that they had there that I wanted to try out. This one is spikes, but it's got sort of like a grade there where you could go, somewhat glide downhill with these and still have them, where this particular model here is just a spike, as you can see there, and it's pictured here. They have various sizes for the various width of your skis. This one is a little bit too big for this here, but it was just for display purposes only. But I got this particular model as well, where they have 4 spikes here. They're not sloped or anything for glide. It's just for grabbing onto ice or snow, so you won't, you know, careen down the hill, or at least slow your descent a little bit. And I figured I bought 2 of these just to try out. I could actually mount this one right behind the shoe here to give me even more sort of traction, and if I need to. I mean, these don't weigh nothing. I mean, I don't know, 1-2 ounces, if that. And that would, you know, give me some good traction on the downhill if I'm just using this as a ski shoe sort of, or snowshoe configuration. And if the pitch of the hill is not that bad and you're safe, you're not going to go over a hill, I could just use these ones in the front there for a little bit of glide and have some fun going downhill. Or if it's just a hill, just take them off completely and just ski down the hill once I, you know, get good practice on them. So I wanted to make this quick little video here to see what I'm up to with the ski season, or the snow season here. I'm getting rid of these guys over here. They're actually going to be mailed off tomorrow. This is going to be, the wife is going to use this because she's really interested in cross-country skiing, so there's another pair for her, and I got another pair to use at the house. And then I got these for the job here, and also for recreation, with some crampon solutions there, so I won't slide to my death off a mountain. But talking to the old timers around here, the guy who I took over from, who retired, he never went out on a snowshoe thing overnight or anything, or for the job, that is. He never needed to do that. I think he just left that for the younger people to go out and do. And another guy who's going to retire here pretty soon, he does a lot of snowcat operations, and he's told me that he never snowshoed to a site at all. I didn't snowshoe to a site, but I did hike up to a site once or twice because of my vehicle couldn't make it, and it was only like maybe a mile away in, you know, wimpy territory. So that's my experience with that particular environment. But now that I'm in sort of higher country here, I really need to, you know, have a really good winter survival kit, and hopefully in April, or no, actually March, I'll be in an area where I could possibly test this stuff out overnight. So let's see what happens. Alright guys, see you later, and be safe out there.